Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Again, we have a second session for real estate in Dubai. Our previous session was our rental, and now we will discuss more about to buy property in Dubai. So most of there are so many nationality living in Dubai, and people are investing, people are buying property in Dubai, in apartments, in villa and townhouses, even in the plots and mansion as well. So here property nowadays, because this is 2022 recording, and now property of Dubai is a bit high. When we comparing today's property to the start of Corona property, now is a bit difference. So Dubai is moving and people are buying property here. Again, we requested Mr. Yomi is with us. Once again, hello, hi.
Hi everyone.
Yeah. It's Mr. Yomi, and last session he did very good job, and I'm thankful to Mr. Yomi that he give us timing to me and for viewing our viewers. Then people needs to know how to rent the apartment. Now this session is completely with the buying. So there in Dubai there are a buying process, and how people can buy, how people can invest in property. We will ask the same question from Mr. Yomi. So Mr. Yomi, is there any department who is managing all property in Dubai?
Yes.
Okay.
We call the department DLD, that is Dubai Land Department.
Dubai.
So they are in charge of overseeing and controlling all real estate transactions.
Okay. My second question, outsider, anybody can buy property in whole Dubai or some specific area?
You cannot buy property in the whole of Dubai. No.
Okay, huh?
So there are some specific area where you can buy properties in Dubai. So they call that area freehold area.
Freehold area.
Yes.
Okay,
so
this
we
is
have freehold and we have leasehold.
freehold.
So freehold, anybody can buy property there. Yeah.
And leasehold?
Leasehold is only Emiratis.
Emiratis, and they can lease properties a longer term,
Yes,
like this one. So viewers, there are two types of areas in Dubai: leasehold and freehold. Freehold, you can buy property easily in that area. So my second question, there are developers are there though who offering the property. So every developer offering property to buy or something, nothing?
Every developer.
Yeah.
Of course, they are offering properties in Dubai. Like, okay, off-plan and
Off-plan.
ready property.
Okay.
Yeah. So off-plan, okay, maybe, okay, this is 2022. So the project is still in process, you know. So they've not completed the property. Maybe the completion time is like 2024, 2025. So that is off-plan. We call that one off-plan.
Off-plan,
Yes.
right. So my question is that off-plan property, as you told, off-plan property is just only maybe 1 minute, 30 minutes. Easy step. What is the off-plan property? Who is offering this property?
The off-plan properties only offered by the developers. So developers, okay, they roll out some payment plan for the properties. Okay, let's say, okay, this the property is worth of 1 million dirhams. Okay, the 1 million dirhams, they can either say, okay, you can deposit so amount of money, maybe like 10%.
Got it.
Then you spread the balance, okay, maybe for 2 years after post handover. Or maybe you have to complete all payments
Got
at
it.
the point of handing over. So let's say, okay, it's going to be completed maybe by handing over. So they will spread all the payments
Got it.
based on installments. So up to the point of handing over the property to you. Or let's say, okay, it's like 1 year, 2 years post handover. Okay, maybe they do 70-30. So let's say 70% before handing over and 30% after handing over. The 30% after handing over, it could be maybe for 1 year, it could be maybe for 2 years.
Got it.
It's
So,
based on developer.
In short, off-plan property basically is to pay a little bit amount initially, and after this installments are there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So is there any property buying process?
Yeah, the buying process. So you have to establish buying and seller agreement first.
Okay.
You've seen the property. Okay, maybe we are talking about.
I have here a question. So a buyer want to search property, the same portal he will use by youth property
the same
point?
portal.
The same portal.
The
Mhm.
youths
If he like any
find
property,
out.
then he
Yes.
will call to the agent.
Yes, exactly. So let's say the property is ready.
Uh, uh.
Okay, you've seen the property, you've arranged viewing, you've seen the property, you like the property, you made offer agreed already.
Got
so
it.
the next thing now is to establish buyer and seller agreements. Okay, you have to like, okay, these are the agreements for this contract,
Okay.
for this purchasing process, you know.
That is called MOU, right? MOU.
So MOU, that's
Memorandum of mutual understanding.
yeah, of
Okay.
understanding.
Yeah.
So sometimes we call it contract F.
Contract F, right?
Yes.
It's a technical word.
Yes, that's the technical.
But mostly people are using MOU.
MOU.
But
yes.
this, I think, real estate land department, you know, there is contract F is called like this. Okay, then.
So all the agreement, everything will be stated there. Then both the seller and the buyer have to sign that agreement.
Got it.
So after you sign the agreement, okay, you have to put 10% down.
10% down.
10% of the amount. Of
So
the
viewers,
selling price.
basically this is very interesting point. When you are buying property in Dubai, you must put 10% deposit, not 1%, not 2%, and you decided this yes, I will buy property in Dubai. Then 10% deposit is compulsory. Nobody will give you anything without 10%. So this is a notable point. You have
that's step 2. You know.
Okay.
You sign the agreement now. Okay. The next thing is to apply for NOC.
NOC. What is NOC?
NOC. Non.
Objection certificate.
Thank you. No objection certificate. That's NOC.
Yeah,
So now you know, they are always developer of a project.
Of the project.
Yes.
Let's say if I watch one building and there is one apartment, ultimately this NOC will give you the developer of the specific building, right?
Yes. So there should be a developer for each project.
Okay.
So now, okay, I own a property there now as a owner, you know, and as a seller again. So I want to sell the property. So I have to apply for NOC from the developer, from my developer, from the developer of my building. That okay, I want to sell this building. Okay, what are my obligations?
Okay.
Maybe I'm owing service charge. Maybe I'm owing.
This you use one word, service charge. What is service charge in Dubai property?
Service charge, they are normally paid.
Okay. Service charge is.
Yeah, that's the service charge. You pay it annually.
So is service charge is fixed or very different buildings
It
are
varies.
different?
Varies.
This varies.
Yeah,
Okay, it's
from
not a fixed.
building to building.
It's
Yes,
not a
it
fixed.
varies.
Right. Okay.
So now you have to make sure that okay, you're not owing any service charge, nothing. So now, okay, let's say okay, the developer is good with you. Okay, you have no obligation, nothing. Then they'll issue NOC.
Okay.
That you're free to proceed with your transaction.
Is there any fees for the NOC?
Yes, there's fees. It varies. It depends on the developer. Maybe it varies maybe from 2,000 dirhams to 5,000 dirhams. So it depends.
Depend on the different.
Yeah,
Okay.
it depends.
Then.
So once that one is released, when NOC is released to you, then the next thing is to transfer the title.
Title deed.
Yes.
Is there any fees for the title deed?
Sure. So you, as a buyer and seller, with your agent, you have to visit our Dubai Land Department.
Okay.
So we call the office Trustee Office.
Trustee Office.
Yes.
So viewers, there is a Trustee Office. If you are going to buy a property in Dubai, the final deal will happen in Trustee Office. Trustee Office basically is belong to Land Department. These are the subsidiary or authorized offices from Land Department, Dubai Land Department. So Trustee Office, okay?
Yeah. So there, you know, you remember you put 10% down as security deposit.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare the whole manager. You have to prepare a manager's check for the whole amount of money. Let's say the property is 1 million dirham. You've given 10% security deposit before.
Okay.
So now you have to prepare 100% in the form of manager's check. You know, manager's check is as good as cash.
Got it.
So at the point of transferring the property, so you have to drop full amount. So then the security deposit of 10% you deposit earlier will be returned back to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you have to pay trustee charge. Normally, if the property is of 500,000 dirhams, you pay 2,000 plus VAT.
Yes.
If it is above 500,000 dirhams, you pay 4,000 plus VAT.
This 2,000 is fees of land department.
Land department.
For less than 500,000.
That's the trustee charge.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to pay 4% DLD fee.
DLD fees also.
Yes. 4% DLD fee. So that is 4% of the actual selling price. So you have to pay that to the land department as well. So 4% DLD fee, then trustee charge. Then sometimes they charge a typing fee as well.
Okay.
Yeah, title fee like 250 dirhams, something like that. So all those financials has to be settled during transfer of title deed.
Okay.
Yes.
So easy steps, I'm telling you.
And I omitted one step. Of course, I'm an agent. I'm not going to work for free. You remember? So 2% commission is applicable.
So in Dubai, normally 5% for rental and 2% as in previous video, 2% for sales transaction. Both party can pay. It depends on the negotiation. Anyway, 2% is compulsory. People are paying here. And this is basically the service fees for the real estate company or real estate agents. So these are the steps if you are planning to buy property. First, select the property. The same portal are there, Bayouth, Property Finder, and so many other portals are there. But this Bayouth is familiar in UAE, and they did very good job in UAE. So Bayouth is trustable. Also, there's Property Finder as well. And second thing, select the property. Make the MOU, put the 10% deposit, and okay, I have one question here.
Okay.
How many, there are basically, if property is mortgage and people related to the bank, then it will take, what is the easy process to get this property? It will take a time or immediately I can get?
Let's say it's mortgage. The property is mortgage, and you want to go for cash. At least you can, maybe around 30 days you can sort that out. So because the mortgage bank has to release letter. So that they're willing to go with that transaction, everything.
Got it.
So after that, then you as a cash buyer, let's say for instance, the property is 1 million dirhams, and the seller is still owing, let's say, 500,000 dirhams with the bank. So that's the mortgage amount remaining to pay to be paid. So now 500,000 will be issued to the bank.
Okay.
Then the remaining 500,000 will be issued to the sellers.
To the sellers.
Yeah. So in seller's name, manager's check of 500,000. In the name of the bank, 500,000. So that is mortgage to cash. So let's say it's mortgage to mortgage. So that one takes longer process, and kind of complicated sometimes.
Got it.
Because your own bank has to make sure that, okay, they are ready to go ahead with the transaction. So they have to issue letter to cover that up. Then at the same time, the other mortgage, the mortgage bank of the seller as well. So there should be release letter. Everything has to be put in place. So before that transaction can be held.
Okay, this is so basically in simple word, if I'm telling you, there are basically 4 transaction type in UAE if you're planning to buy property. First is ready property and you have cash. This is easy process. So second step is property is mortgaged by bank and person have property cash. So this is second step. Third step is coming, basically these are the scenario, not step, these are the scenarios. Third scenario is that you property is ready and you are planning to get mortgage from the bank. And fourth and complicated is when property is mortgaged by bank and you are also planning get loan from the bank. So this is the bit tricky and bit lengthy process. Easy property, if you keep in mind, if you have cash and property must check it's not mortgage. If mortgage, then it will take ultimately time. Okay, then if property is ready and you have cash, maybe it's 15 days, 20 days, your property will be finished and you will be the owner of Dubai property in one of apartment, not the whole Dubai, one of apartment. So thank you so much watching this video. I'm again thankful to you, Mr. Yomi, that he came to us and he gave some plenty of time, honorable, and I'm really thankful to him. And watching this video and watch this video and wait for our next video. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
To proceed further, like this video, subscribe our YouTube channel Nadeem Shahzad, press bell icon for latest information and share with friends. Thank you.